not me saying that. That's them saying that. Hope that makes sense. Toski, but we can't Toski you down. Not yet. No way, no how. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're diving into a card that I've not seen played at all in Strixhaven, and honestly a mechanic that has only been used to a singular degree as far as my knowledge goes, right? So today we're going to be diving into Sparring Regime, and we're going to be using the +1/+1 mechanics of Strixhaven to, well, carry us to victory, right? There's a lot of really cool cards that Strixhaven brought along that deal with +1/+1 counters, and there's one that we don't play here today, but I'll get into the here's and there's of that later. So, Sparring Regime, 3 mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, learn, which is, kind of nice. It doesn't entirely replace itself with another card from your deck, but it does replace itself with a, with a single card from the sideboard, which of course you can load up with any amount of lessons you have. You don't have to use mine, just use whichever ones you can find, right? Furthermore, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it, which is insane, right? Because if you add things like Swarm Shambler, which can, tap to add that mana, and generally you have to decide, do I want to make it bigger or do I want to attack in with how big it is? Sparring Regime, you no longer have to do that, and it's getting 2 +1/+1 counters put on it every single turn. So this card really, really buffs up the lower end of your deck, giving a pseudo vigilance, giving a +1/+1 counter per attack. And the even nicer thing about this card, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. So you attack with everybody, you attack once, you get to put that counter on any creature you want, which is, insanely good. You can put it on your Fearless, have that thing go up into the sky, which is a great way of being evasive and taking out your opponent. You can put it on a Conclave Mentor, I guess, and gain more life when it dies. There's a lot of cards that can actually go within this deck that I've opted not, and I'll be mentioning them at the end. I couldn't put them in the sideboard because, of course, we have the lessons which go in the sideboard now, but it's neither here nor there. So focusing in on the newer cards, we have Star Pupil. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it, or it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. That is important to note. It doesn't enter the battlefield and then have it put on it. It enters with it already on it. Anyways, furthermore, when it dies, put its counters on target creature you control. So we can just build this thing up, get it as big as we want, and it kind of acts like a little pseudo, I'm losing the name of it now. It's the little artifact that keeps all your counters. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about, or somebody will let me know down in the comments below. But essentially, it's like a pseudo version of that. It's a one-off version, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to be using our Luminarch Aspirants, our Show of Confidence, all that kind of stuff to add counters to Star Pupil. When it does get taken out, if it does get taken out, then we'll add those counters back to another creature. A couple other new cards to take note on is Show of Confidence, which when you cast a spell, copy it for each other instant or sorcery spell you've cast this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and it gains vigilance until end of turn. Obviously, this is really excellent in combination with things like Fight as One, Snakeskin Veil, Inscription of Abundance, all this stuff that we have that already exists as far as us casting spells and wanting to do this kind of stuff. And given the amount of Bone Crushers and Brazen Borrowers and instant speed removal that the opponent's probably going to try and hit you with right before your attack phase, it's all pretty good, right? This is instant speed, so you protect your creatures, and then you go into your attack phase, and the opponent's like, well, my removal spell didn't pan out. Maybe I can chum block here. And then you use Show of Confidence, and you're like, no, you can't. Anyways, moving us down along, that's pretty much all the cards from Strixhaven, and there are a slew more from Strixhaven that do a lot of stuff with +1/+1 counters. However, when I'm trying a new deck, I don't like to just try a slew or plethora of new random cards that I only have 1 or 2 copies of, which is the current case right now in Strixhaven due to the way that they've decided to format their packaging, their packing of rares and all that stuff. I don't have nearly as many rares in Strixhaven as I did in any other set, which is fine. Whatever. If they want to do a little cash grab set, it's whatever. But that being said, I understand as well if y'all don't have all the rares and all that stuff. So Dragon's Guard Elite, it's a great rare from Strixhaven. I don't have enough copies to play it, really. I don't really have enough copies of Sparring Regime either, but I got to make do with what I got, right? The difficult thing with Dragon's Guard Elite is the fact that it sort of, not entirely, but it sort of requires you to build up the deck around it with instant and sorceries and using that Magecraft ability and, getting the most effectiveness out of that. So I've opted to not use Dragon's Guard Elite in this deck. That's one card that I mentioned earlier that I think, definitely deserves a spot in a Selesnya counters deck, or at least deserves a little testaroonie, right? Another one I didn't put in is Seasoned Hollowblade. We've seen it 10,000 times in these decks. It's great. It's going to work. It's going to do what it's here to do. Play it if you want to play it. Play it if you're missing any cards. Play it if you want a good deck. Seasoned Hollowblade is fantastic. It's hard to kill. It's only an uncommon. I think it's only an uncommon. It's great. I decided not to play it because we played it 10,000 times. We all know what it does. We've all seen it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Don't go out and intentionally not play good cards just because you're like, oh, that's what Chance does and he's cool, blah, 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 blah. Because I don't want to hear the backlash of Chance. Stop not playing cards simply because you don't want to play them. But, you know, you play Magic every single day for the past 3 years, something like that. 2-3 years, you know, going on 3. Yeah, sometimes you're just gonna be like, no, I don't want to play with that card. I've seen it too much. I've seen the face of it too much. I've seen the abilities too much. I just want to play something different. So some of my decks, y'all gotta understand that I just don't play some cards, or I do play some cards simply because of the mood that I'm in that day, right? My personality shows through very, very much in my Magic decks, and especially the custom brews such as this one. Anyways, I hope you've all enjoyed this little deck tech breakdown as well as the little spill or rant that I've done here at the end. If so, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section what your favorite part of this deck is, and of course, if you're new here and you want more awesome content from yours truly, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon that pops out afterwards. Without further ado though, we're going to dive into this Selesnya +1/+1 counters Star Regime mid-range deck. It feels mostly like a mid-range deck, and you know, we'll see how it does. See how it do. Hair in high. I'm gonna keep this in. We got 3 lands, which, you know, that's as many as I got entirely last game. So just 1 land, and we'll be doing better than last game. Just uno mas lands. Come on, game. Yeah, you know you want to do it for me. I'm gonna go for this Fearless Fledgling on the next turn. I do believe. Opponent. You know, could you not? Could you just not? I know, I can sense, I can feel that Bone Crusher coming. You're like, ooh, they got a bird. I'm gonna have to blast that bitch. So it's Teamer Adventures. It's boring, snoring adventures. Been out for a year, but you know, that's not gonna stop you. No bone. Come on. Don't be dumb. Don't do this to yourself. I'll take it. I will most certainly take it though. Beautiful that they decided to wait. You see, the thing with using Bone Crusher and the thing with waiting until your opponent's turn is you really give them a chance to cast something that you don't want them to cast. Oh no, did your Bone Crusher get taken out? That's a shame. And now you're Edgewall too. Ha. That's what you get for trying to be mana efficient. Do things at instant speed. You little mage person. Ooh, got him. Got him. Take that insult. Anyways, on the next turn, we're going to get down Toski. Fearless is going to go back into the sky. Also going to allow us to draw a card. Great hinge. We're getting close. We're getting close. It's only going to cost us 5 mana as of next turn, thanks to the old Fearless. Star Pupil, you know, it's not that bad. Really happy we have at least 1 white mana here, so I can cast that stuff down if need be / when the time comes. Get him, Fearless. Down to 13. Draw me a card. What shall it be? It's another land. Hey. That's fine. That's a great hinge. And, you know, the funny thing, actually, I'm going to play this land. Fearless is going to gain a counter. It's going to go up to 5 mana. And then Great Hinge is going to cost 1 less. So we could have cast it for the same amount of lands we have here. Had a land to build Fearless with. Circle of Life and whatnot, you know what I mean? Anyways, we're going to get Branch Loft down as some white mana. Great Hinge. We should still be able to get down Star Pupil, I think. Right? Because it's only going to cost us 4 mana. Then we'll have 1 left over thereafter. Unless, of course, they get rid of Fearless. Not gonna lie, I really hope you don't. You wouldn't do that though. You wouldn't use a Brazen to bounce my stuff, would you? Would you? Would you? We're gonna go ahead and... Did we swing in with Fearless before I play down the Great Hinge? No. No, you gotta get this thing down. Get the ball rolling and the moving and the tumbling. Star Pupil, let's go ahead and get you down as well. You'll enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on you. Or, you know, you'll enter and then get an additional +1/+1 counter put on you. Of course, if something happens to our little Star Pupil, we can always put those counters on Toski. Just go ahead and Toski them right over. Bone Crusher. Well, hallelujah. I thought you were going to have something real, but no, just a silly little Bone Crusher. Well, that's fine, because I'm just drawing silly little lands. Top 14 cards, I've got 7 of them. Y'all know me. That's my style, though. Get them, Toski. Toski a little bit of damage their away. Take out a Lana War. Draw us 2 cards. Heck yeah, man. Put them down to 6 life. Honestly, I think they should have blocked there, but, you know, who am I to... Alright, game. Alright. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you got me. I'm still drawing 50% lands. Last game I drew 3. Okay, alrighty. So, I'm just in love with Magic right now. It's like, oh, Chance, hey, what's your opponent need in the last fucking turn? A big old snake. A big old snake that allows them to tap the only creature that you have that can finish them off. Fuck you, Coma. Yep, do it. Do it, so that way we all know that you're not dumb as shit. Come on! It doesn't take 10 years to realize this play. Thank you. Look at that. You do know how to play Magic. Just a little, just a smidge. Just a freaking fracking motherfucking smidge, huh? Alright, we got a 5/6 down. Fight as 1 is going to allow that 5/6 body beast to just smash straight through. Now, Toski, I'm sorry, buddy. You gotta go. You're not gonna die, you know, luckily. You're indestructible. So you're just gonna get messed up by this big old snake, but you'll come out alright. Come next turn. Now we got Fight as 1, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult for them to take out our stuff, but they're gonna have 3 snakes. 3 snakes that they can tap in order to tap, or sacrifice, and that they can tap and use to tap my creatures. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Are we finally done drawing 50% lands? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. 9 out of 19. So, you know, a smidge. You know what's funny is I actually only have 22 in this deck, so... The fact that we have 9 right now, we almost have half. We almost... Oh yeah, you're just gonna, yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah, I didn't need the fucking card draw. You see me? I'm drawing lands all day, baby. All day, baby. One thing I might should have added in this deck is a little castle. A little Ardenvale or Garen Brigg. You know what I mean? If nothing else than just for aesthetics. You can't be at the top of your game and they're only going to be able to tap 2 creatures. I don't know why I thought it was going to be 3. Silly me. Silly me. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. By all means, fuck yes. Guess it doesn't really matter here. I just want to, you know, I just want to reiterate the fact that Basri, you are a lovely, lovely card. Now, they do still have 1 mana left over here, but what can Teamer do with 1 mana? Hopefully not save that Coma. You can sacrifice your snake there, but if you do that, you don't have anything to tap my creatures with thereafter, so you might want to think about that one, Buckaroo. You played it all wrong. You swung in when you shouldn't have. GG. I would say it to them early, but honestly, they've been a very kind opponent. You know, they can't help the fact that I've gotten mana screwed and they've gotten incredibly lucky. But this is GG. Them swinging in with that snake, that's over. It's over. You're done. You're done, so. Bam. Yeah. Yep. I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Because they can still sacrifice that, you know, tap the Fearless. We swing in with these, they block with these, they block there. You know, I'm actually wrong. I don't have lethal. I lied. I lied. Okay? I lied. Come on, use your snake, tap my bird. Use your snake. Tap my bird. It's not hard. It's not a difficult task. At all. At all. We're gonna swing all in. They're gonna trade Bone Crusher for Conclave. We'll get a little creature back off the backside of it. Bosri will take out Llanowar, of course. They'll be able to crack back at me, but you don't want to block Toski. You don't want to block Toski. You want to block the Bosri. There we go. Alright, so down to 4. One of these days, I'll get what I want, goddammit. Gave me some life here. Another Conclave Mentor. Don't mind if I do. One of these days, I'll have more creatures than you, and that'll be how I win. Yeah. Did I just draw another freaking land? 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Whoa. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. We only have 11 more lands out of 39 cards. 11 out of 39. That's less than a 33% chance of drawing another land. So that's pretty good. We should be pretty in the clear from here. Pretty in the clear from here. Oh my god. How do you keep drawing these Bone Crushers? What is that, your third one? Your third fucking Bone Crusher? It is. It is. That's funny. That's funny, because I've drawn 4 forests, 3 plains. So, you know, the fact that you're able to draw 3 Bone Crushers, it's kind of the same. It's like almost bar and bar. My lands that do nothing, your Bone Crushers that do 2 things. Hey, wait. What's the difference? What's the difference? Hey, look at that! They decided not to swing it with the Coma this time. Yeah? Oh, yeah? Smart play. Smart man. Woman. Annoying ass opposite player. I'm gonna put an additional counter on the Toski. That way they can't just chum block with those 3/3s all day. You know what I mean? Because one of them is gonna get sacrificed. One of the 3/3s goes to making sure the Fearless doesn't kill them. Right? I don't even understand why it takes them this long to do it. Every single turn they should immediately do this shit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Even the land that gives us protection from certain colors, you know, the flip-floppy land, that one would be fun. That one would do wonders. So I have 4 attackers, they have 4 defenders. Obviously, we're not swinging with Luminarch. I can't swing with the 2/2, so I'm swinging with Toski and the 5/6. No, I'm just swinging with Toski. They block Toski with Coma. They start building up their creatures, blah, 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 blah. Oh, please. Oh, please sacrifice your 3/3. Oh, you silly, silly goose, you. No attacks. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know the Toski has to attack, so it has to tap itself. You have a 6/6 which can defend against it, and you have the snake, if you don't sacrifice it, which can always give your snake, your big snake, indestructible. So worst case scenario, you end up doing the same. You end up doing the same exact thing anyways. Best case scenario, you have a free snake. Whatever. Whatever. I literally only need to deal 4 damage, alright? So, 1 snake, 1 bird. 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put this on Bosri for sure. So now, Knight can take out Bone Crusher, so that's not an easy block. Knight can take out these, not an easy block. Toski can take out all these, not an easy block. Bosri can take out Coma, not an easy block, and still live, might I add. So yeah, did they start tapping 2 snakes in order to get rid of my lieutenant, you know? What's the plan here? And then they have 3 creatures left over. Of course, Toski still swings in. We still have the Knight. Knight can still take out Bone Crusher, still fine. Toski... You're not going to tap the Toski in. Please. I mean, hopefully they do, but... Come on. You don't even... Its activated abilities can't be activated. It's activated. Those aren't activated, you freaking dunce. You freaking clown. What's bad is this opponent is bad. And we just can't, like, due to the fact that I drew so many lands, just so many lands. Might I add, I drew another one on that. that last turn. Don't ask me how the fuck that one happened, but sure. Sure, Billy. Sure. They're going to take me out with a brazen. I'm not even going to be surprised. I'm just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. That makes sense. You did get lucky. You'll also notice how this teamer Andy over here, they have 6 lands. Do you know how many lands are in a teamer deck? Do you know how many fucking lands are in a normal teamer deck at least? They may be only running 24, but like, what in the heck is this shenanery? Just absolute freaking fracking mother flipping, and you're swinging it with your snake. Oh my god. Is this how people feel when they watch me? They're like, Chance, you have so many misplays. How do you even play this game anymore with the amount of misplays you have? Ho. Merry Christmas, Coma. They're just... Alrighty, 4, 9, 10, 11. Whoo! I gotta be out of basics by this point, right? Close to it. No. Psych. Psycherino. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, this shit's gonna concede. Finally. Who would have thought? After 10 million top decks, the teamer player was like, nah, I'm good. Alrighty, Thorving gonna be our foe here. I don't love the fact that we don't have any green mana. I think I actually just go ahead and find that green mana as well. Actually, just next turn we can get the Swarm Shambler, the Star Pupil, that kind of stuff down. Okay. I don't know why I passed. I should have just went ahead and sacrificed this. We all know what a Fable does. There we go. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, and there's some mana. That's unfortunate. Alright, well. I think we still just stick with the play that we were gonna make. Of course, I guess in that situation, if you put down a 2 mana card, then on the next turn you put down a 2 mana and a 1 mana card. Fiend Artisan. Good old Fiend Artisan. Now, I could buff up Swarm Shambler, have it fight the Fiend Artisan. Immediately get rid of their creature. We do get to deal in damage. I think maybe we'll wait for the next turn to do that. I'll go ahead and get down Luminarch here. Add the counter to Star Pupil. Swing in with Star Pupil. We're going to buff up the Swarm Shambler, and that way none of our mana really goes to waste. The biggest downfall I will say is the fact that Luminarch Aspirant doesn't have any counters on her, so if she becomes the target of a spell, Swarm Shambler's ability doesn't get to go off, but that's alright. It's whatever. So let's see what they do. So far, I'm just mono black, but they have a Fiend Artisan, so, maybe not that way forever. There comes a human. They can sacrifice with the Fiend Artisan. We'll go ahead and activate Swarm Shambler here. Another Swarm Shambler, and we got a Inscription of Abundance. Again, I mean, I could have Swarm Shambler fight Fiend Artisan and then move on from there. I think this time I'm going to have something fight something. Now I can just get down the other Swarm Shambler. So, target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. You fight you. Get rid of that thing before they have an ability to bring out bigger, better, badder ones. Resolve. +1/+1 counter. Let's go ahead and throw one on the Luminarch. And we will swing him with the Swarm Shambler. Swarm Shambler. I doubt they chum block. Excuse me. Yeah, highly doubt. They shouldn't. They should not chum block. You just hit that resolve button on your side, Thorving, and you know, we'll be all right. You'll get to take another turn. I'm not dealing that much damage. Hell, I'm at 19 now, so you're only 2 away. It's not a world of difference. Come on, Thorving. Come on back. You don't want to rope me just because I destroyed your Fiend Artisan. Let's be real, man. That's gonna happen. Or a woman. Either way, I don't judge. Non-binary. You know, your creatures are gonna get removed sometimes, and I get it. I'm Selesnya. You didn't think it was gonna happen, but sometimes it don't seem like it do, but it is. I don't think that's how that saying goes. I definitely mess that saying up every time. Thorving, they've decided, you know, instead of playing Magic today, I'm just gonna be an asshole. It's not me saying that. It's them saying that. Hope that makes sense. Toski, but we can't Toski you down. Not yet. No way, no how. No way, no how. Dog creature 2-1, blah, blah, blah. Non-token creatures. So we can take you out all day and not have to worry about that token. Oh, baby. Alright, so here. I don't know. We're gonna put a counter on the star pupil, have it swing in. We can always have Wildborn Preserver come down on their turn, which I think is what we're gonna aim for, right? Bam, down to 14. Wham bam, thank you, Thorving. I want to play with this card myself. Dramatic Finale. I don't think I have enough copies right now, but you just wait till I do. You just wait till I do. This ability triggers only once each turn, though. Goodness gracious, Chance. Get it together. Alright. I see what you're going for here. Very, very sacrificial, heavy deck. I get it. I see what it be. What you do. So no attacks from them. Or they shouldn't attack. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that I'm stuck on 3 lands, really screwing the pooch hard right now. Just really, really getting in there. Doing the Lord's work. Sorry, y'all know me. I'm not super religious, so I shouldn't speak as if I am. Anyways, we do have a show of confidence that we can use in case they want to get a little cheeky, try some defensive maneuvers. Now, granted, we can only put our creature to 4 power, and they have the potential to block with 5 power. We'd be able to take out their Yara. So the only thing I'm really worried about is Serrated and the token. But again, we can do it. You can help. Home Depot. Swarm Shambler. Gonna be the target of demise here. Yes, very nice. Very, very nice. I don't love what I'm gonna have to do here, but I'll do it nonetheless. Alright. I will do it nonetheless. So that Serrated's gonna gain them some life, Bastion's gonna gain them some life, and of course, Dramatic is gonna create them another little creature here. Which is not fun in any manner. But you know, hey, neither is getting stuck on 3 lands. That's... it's just the way the cookie crumbles. At least if it's my cookie. I don't know if y'all noticed. My cookies crumble off. I can't hit 4 mana. Opponent hits everything perfectly. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? You just sit here and take it. Just bend over. I'll do it. I bend over for Magic players all the time.